Hey, it's Brian Whalen of the Whalen team, and I had some thoughts for you. These are kind of like don'ts, like how not to get top dollar for your house, right? So here are three things that I want to share with you. One is not pricing it correctly. So many people, I can't believe they're doing this, are pricing it 499,999, right? You see it all the time. Instead of pricing it at 500,000, it's the 499, right? Well, they're missing out on half of the searches and they're missing out on buyers that have more money. Because if you think about it, when somebody does a pull down, especially on Zillow or any of these other search engines, they do the pull down for the price. They don't want to type in a number. They'll basically just go for what the brackets are that they offer you. And so it's 450 to 500 and then 500 to 550, right? So when you price your home at 4999, you think, "Oh, yeah, I'm doing a great job." You are missing out on so many searches and from buyers that have more money, right? So price it on what we call the bridge or on the bracket and price it at 500. So a lot of times somebody wants to price their house at 490. I'm like, "It's worth it to get up to 500 to get those additional searches." And then you can always negotiate from there. So that's number one. Number two is price it too high. We see this all the time. I saw a post one time that said, or just recently, that sellers now think it's still like 2020 or 2022, like COVID times. And buyers think that it's 2008 right now, market crash, but it's not. So what's happening is there's more inventory. It's kind of a buyer's market, but it's going to level out for the summer when all the kids are out of school. But as of right now, houses are sitting on the market longer. Sellers are getting nervous. More than 50% of the homes are having a price cut or multiple price cuts. So that's the worst thing you can do is price your house too high because it sits on the market forever and you end up having multiple price cuts. And then even after you have all those price cuts, it still doesn't sell at that number because they know that you overpriced your home. So then they end up offering below that. So you got to price it right from the start. And so when we talk about pricing, we talk about there's three different ways to price it. One is retail, and that's what we're talking about here is you price it for that one perfect buyer. You hope and pray that they're cash because it won't appraise for that. And you're willing to wait forever because you're not in there's no sense of urgency to sell. Number two is the opposite end of the spectrum. That's what we call discount pricing. And that's where you intentionally, because you need to sell it quickly because of a medical issue or a divorce or a death or something like that, you have to sell it quickly. So you price it below market value and try to get multiple offers and get as much action as quickly as you can. And then try to pit those people against each other and get the price up. Then the last one is what we consider competitive. Competitive is based on the comps, based on factors like price per square foot and things like that. But what houses have sold in the area that are similar to yours, and then figuring out what the price range is for your home. But then what we do with the competitive side is what is the current competition on the market? So for example, when somebody goes out looking at houses, they don't go look at one and go home. They'll normally go look at 4 or 5 or sometimes even more. So what we do is we strategize with our sellers to say, here are the other 4 or 5 homes that buyers are most likely going to go look at when they look at your home. And what you want is you want your house to be competitive. You want your house to win. You want those buyers to go home and say, yeah, I definitely want that house. And you want it to be yours. Then the last thing is, so most people choose competitive when you give them those options. Retail, it's going to be a waste of your time. You're not going to get top dollar. Discount is too risky, and competitive is the place to be. The last thing you can do to totally mess up your listing and not get top dollar for your house is to not have professional photos. Oh my gosh, I've seen so many that are so bad. I see the realtors with their phones and you can see them in the mirror. I see toilet seats up. I could share a bunch with you. I won't gross you out, but it's unbelievable. You need to get a professional photographer and videographer and drone pics, and you need to present that home the best way that you can. Get rid of the clutter, get it ready, and get a professional photographer in there and don't mess around. All right, so to our three things. One was not pricing it correctly. Number two was pricing it too high. And number three is not doing professional photos. So if you do these three things, you will not sell your house at top dollar. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions, reach out to us, subscribe to this channel. I'm going to start doing more videos and would love to help you out any way that we can. Contact the Whalen team.